Hey Libra, it's PureLightTarot, and I'm here with your December 2019 general reading. So I will be going over love, career, and personal finance. And when I say personal finance, I mean your energetic currency and what you're putting your attention towards and what is growing in your life. So quick thing, I just want to thank all of my subscribers, new and the OGs. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for pressing that subscribe button. And I hope you press the notification bell so you know when I am posting readings. Anything about me that you want to know is in the description. So my Facebook and Instagram is on there. The other thing is, so Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, had moved into Capricorn out of the sign of Sagittarius, which is his home sign. So it just recently, December 2nd or 3rd, depending on where you are on the planet, moved into Capricorn. And Jupiter is the planet of, and I am looking at my notes here, expansion, abundance, and wisdom. And it just moved into you guys' fourth house, which is family and home. So Jupiter does this transit every year, and it stays in a sign for a whole year. So we'll be in the sign of Capricorn, and basically what that means is like things that you've been working towards. Expect to see like more bang for your buck. Okay, so the more that you work towards something, the more that you see just kind of get out of it. Okay, so let's get into it. So I will be doing a past, present, future reading. If anyone wants to book me for a reading, my readings for the rest of December is tip based. So whatever, if you just have $1, if you have $5, whatever it is, you send it over to me, and we can figure out what 2020 has in store for you. We can kind of figure things out. Usually my first time reads are $50, so it's a great special to jump on for the rest of this month. So yeah, so let's get into it. My Libras, and this is for Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, or wherever you have Libra in your charts. And yes, my dog is in the background, and I have friends visiting, and so like you may hear some doggies in the background, but hey, dog spirit is like what you're loyal to. So maybe Libra, this is talking about more what you're loyal to. And I did see, I saw the Lovers card pop up for you guys twice in both of my decks. So it's maybe more towards love, but we'll see. So I'm going to shuffle these up for a little bit. And again, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, wherever you have Libra in your charts, or wherever Jupiter is in your chart also. So I'm gonna get a past card for my Libras, and I'm actually a Libra rising, y'all. So yeah, what I put out to the world is Libra energy. So Aries Sun, Leo Moon, Libra rising. So the card that we got is the Four of Swords, and this is my death card in this deck. Transformations, and this card, in the book, it literally says the process of death, rebirth, and renewal, something like that. So basically, things have to end in order for things to begin. So in the past, it looks like you guys have gone through major transformations, okay? So this year might have been like a very transformational year for you guys. Maybe in career, you really figured out what you want to do. Maybe in love, you really figured out what type of people you want to date. So let's get a present card for you guys. Let's see. Libra in the present. And I'm hoping that this doesn't cut off because I did forget to delete some videos. So let's keep this nice, short and sweet. And let's hope that my phone does right. And if not, I just, we're going to work with it. Present energy, Seven of Swords, guys. So Seven of Swords, this is my Chariot card, another major arcana. Basically, Seven of Swords in this deck, especially with it being the Chariot, talks about triumphs and like just things working out in your favor. Like this is like you marching off and like really grabbing the reins of your life and like leading it to wherever you want to go. So look at you, Libras. All right, Libras. I'm a Libra rising. So yeah. So let's get a present card. And this is very, you guys are air signs. And so like swords is traditionally air. So a lot of your energy is popping up in this. And swords, also cerebral cards. So like a lot of just like being in your head and thinking about things. So again, thinking about where you really want to go with your careers, like what type of families you want to have, what type of relationships you want to have, you know, friendships. So let's see. Give me a card for Libra's future. So much wants to pop out. I've seen the Nine of Swords twice now, and that talks about anxiety. So like, let's see what your future card is about. So give me one card for Libra's future. Okay, so we got the 4 Wands and your future. And I'm hearing for some of you is in reverse, and then some of you is upright. Majority of you is upright. So upright, it talks about success, and I'm going to go to the book for this. So I've been doing this a lot because I want y'all to actually know what these, and this is the Illuminated Tarot deck. So 4 Clubs. Solid foundation, stability, and celebration. So a lot of us Libras are going towards solid foundations. Again, you really figured out where you want to be at in life. That's in career, love, friendships, anywhere. Your personal finance, where you're placing your attention at. Like you really figured it out. For some of you, that might not necessarily resonate. Again, it did kind of want to come out in a reverse, so I am going to take that. And, you know, these last few readings that I have been doing have been 2, like, distinct energies. I didn't really get that for y'all, but, like, I'm getting for just a few of you that you might be headed towards a future that isn't as, just not a cause for celebration. It isn't as triumphant. But currently you are in a triumphant energy. Like, everyone's energy changes. Like, and that's the whole thing about tarot. Like, nothing is really like set in stone. It's our decisions that we make every day that makes like things move in the energetic realm. So again, coming from a place where we are going through transformations and like really just having like a rebirth. If you think about the phoenix, like the phoenix like dies basically and turns into ashes, and from the ashes rises the phoenix. And so, I'm going to take these 3 for, because I was thinking more of, like, clarifying the 4 of Swords. So, clarifying the 4 of Swords, we got the 10 of Swords in reverse, the 4 of Wands upright, and the Queen of Cups upright. So, okay, with the cups being here, that is emotions. Like the Queen is kind of looking at like her cup. She's the only one with like the closed cup, and just basically just meaning just more closed off with her feelings, or more secure with her feelings as to where she puts her feelings towards. So again, with the 4 of Swords and the 10 of Swords being here in a reverse, this just means that those things that we were reluctant to like move on from, we finally found victory in. And again, we got 4 of Wands here. So, and 4, so 4 is foundation. 4 is like your spirit guides, like your ancestors. Like when you see 444, that is like spirit around you, like encouraging you and like really leading you on the path that you want to go. So again, in the past, it looks like there was something that we refused to learn about or refused to like move on from, and we finally got it. Yay, Libra! We finally got it. And if it does have anything to do with our emotions with the Queen of Cups here, you know, this relationships. And again, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be love relationships as far as like partnerships or marriages or girlfriend, boyfriend, anything in between. It could be friendships. This could be, again, where we're placing our attention towards. Like, you know, we finally, whatever it was that, and I'm getting like, this has been a 10-year cycle, and 10 had popped up here. So this has been a 10-year cycle that we finally like learned from, okay? And don't worry about how long it took us to learn, because again, you know, your lessons, you have to take in everything that you have to learn. So here we are in the present moment with the 7, and 7 does talks about lessons or being in the midst of a lesson, like being triumphant, feeling like, you know, on top of the world is what I'm hearing. You know, again, taking the reins of this horse and really knowing where we're leading our chariot, our carriage to, okay? So yay, Libra. So let me get some cards to clarify this 7 of Swords. And I'm hoping, again, my phone is going to be good to me and record this all in one reading. And if not, it's all right. I'll post it twice. So we have the 9 of Pentacles. And I'm hearing this is supposed to be upright. So again, it's for some of you, this is upright. And for some of you, the 9 of Pentacles is in the reverse. So I'm going to go to the book and I'm going to read both for what those meanings are. Because, I mean, there's a clear, distinct, like, split in what we're feeling right now. Although maybe some of us have, like, found, again, learned lessons and stuff like that. But maybe some of us are still stuck with what we're supposed to be doing. So 9 of Pentacles upright talks about hard work, productivity, routine, and conservatism. In the reverse, and this is just for a few, self-discipline, boredom, feeling stuck, and perfectionism. So hard work there still, you know. But if you are like stuck in an energy or where you're trying to be too perfect, or, you know, again, just applying self-discipline and stuff like that, there's nothing wrong with that. But you may be a little bit bored with your life. And another horse. Now, the Pentacles talks about those financial ideas that we have also, that we're ready to march off into the world and really display and really work with. Am I going to take these? I'm not going to take these. So tell me more about the 7 of Swords. Yeah, okay. So we have a 7 of Pentacles. This talks about disappointment. You can also talk about growth and just watching growth. And since I am here in the book, I'm just going to read from the book, from my notes. 7 of Pentacles. And Pentacles really does talk about your surroundings. And again, with that energetic currency, what we're paying attention to. So really, in the last 10 years, we've really learned what, you know, what to pay attention to. What's gonna, like, if we put our energetic currency towards, what's gonna grow for the better of our lives. So 7 of Pentacles upright, long-term view, sustainable results, perseverance, and investments. So again, like, these investments that we're making, not only like financially, but with our energetic currency. And I'm told to read it in reverse also. So lack of long-term vision, limited success or reward. So again, like, you could be in both of these energies, of where, again, you are really figuring out what you want to put your energy towards, and what has been producing results for you, what has been producing rewards for you, and what hasn't. 7 again talks about a lesson. So give me 1 more card or 2 more cards, whatever spirit you want to give me. This Queen of Cups definitely came up again. So yeah, I'm seeing stuff about walking away from things, trusting your intuition. So let's get some more clarity. And then I'm going to do a spread of what's going to hinder and help you for the rest of this month and into next month, into the next decade. Another Pentacles. So again, really focusing on our bag, really focusing on, again, that energetic currency of what we're paying attention to. Ace of Pentacles, a new financial or career opportunity, manifestations, and abundance. So like, we've been manifesting. We've been like really just, again, focusing on what is bringing us joy, what's bringing us good results, and, you know, where we want to continue to place our attention towards, okay? Some of us might be struggling with that because, I mean, it may be some family here that you feel obliged to. Yeah, okay. So yeah, with the queen, not the queen, but the high priestess in reverse, this is struggling, like trusting your intuition. And then even with this, like again, I'm picking up more of a like feeling responsible for like family or like certain friends that you have been like placing your energetic currency towards. And because you're Libras, you want to be fair, okay? I mean, you pretty much don't like to too much get into conflict or anything, and want to make sure that people around you are like feeling fair, okay? You guys have the ability to kind of see both sides of the situation, and again, wanting to be fair. And so some of you guys might be going through something where it's just like there might be a family member. It could be a child. This could be a baby mama, baby daddy. There might be someone in your life that you feel responsible for, or feel like, you have to continue to put your energy towards, that you're not really, reaping the results that you want from them. So you may be at like a cross of what you should do. But again, for some of you, because you continue to put your energy towards that, like what you're going towards in the future is like the opposite of this Four of Wands energy, upright. And that's like you not feeling like you have anything to celebrate, or you're not feeling like you have a solid foundation. So let's see. Again, I'm going to do a spread to see what's going to help in here to you guys, okay? So let's clarify this Four of Clubs before we do this final spread. And then I'm going to get some final messages. So yeah, Ace of Swords. So again, Swords energy, things that we've been thinking about, and again, things that we've been learning about for the last 10 years. We're ready to place our ideas and place our minds towards that. We got the Star card in reverse. For some of you, you've actually learned your lessons. You've learned, again, those things that don't satisfy you, those things don't bring you the results that you want. You probably already started moving away from those people, from those things. This could be career. I am feeling love for you guys, and not just like love relationships where it's just one-on-one person or two people, and my polyamorous people, hey. But family, friends. And, again, career, like you probably figured out you don't want to be in a certain career for the rest of your life, or do a certain job for the rest of your life. And so you're moving forward on those ideas. Yeah. Hierophant in reverse, it's like whatever you're moving towards, it's not completely traditional. Not everybody will agree on the path that you are about to evoke, especially if it does have to do with family. Like if you're moving on from family, or moving on from certain responsibilities of a family, that of course people are gonna like talk bad about it, or whatever the case may be. We had a Magician that came out too. So Magician, that means it's like you have the power, you have the resources, and you have the support backing you, okay? So if it's just if it's just spirit that's backing you, again, like this lifetime is about your happiness. And as long as you're not impeded on anyone else's happiness, especially purposely, it's like, look, you have to do what's best for you. And for my Libras that are struggling, again, this could be your own children that's not like necessarily making you happy. You might have to stick it out another like a few years until they're actual adults. But if that is something that you are struggling with, like family or something, hit me up. Again, for the rest of this month, my readings are tip based. So if you have $1, I'll give you a reading to help you really figure this out. But for the majority of you figured it out. You know what you need to move on from, and it's not going to be too much of a heartache for you to move on. So usually I use the Rider-Waite to do the what's going to help and hinder, but I'm going to use the Illuminated Tarot deck. This is like more my happy-go-lucky deck, guys. So what is going to help, what's going to hinder Libras for the rest of this month and into next month. So left is going to be help. Right is going to be hinder. So Spirit, let us know what's going to help and hinder us for the rest of this month, into next month, into the next decade. Y'all, happy last freaking year, last freaking month of the decade, y'all. We made it through 2000 and to 2000 and where we at? We went into 2020, huh? So 2010 all the way up here to 2020. So what's up? Dang, can y'all believe that? It was just 2000. That's when they was talking about Y2K and that, the world was going to end. In 2012, the world didn't end the way that, according to how we recognize it and what we know. But that's just Sirius decided to go ahead and come back towards us. Our daddy star, I like to call it. So, but that's another video. That's another story. And let's get what's going to help and hinder y'all for the rest of this month. So, left hand help, right hand hinder for my Libras for December 2019. So, here 2 more times of shuffling. And 2. All right. Help, hinder. So, what's going to help us is this Queen of Pentacles energy. And in this deck, this is literally, I'm hearing just like your responsibility to nature and what I'm hearing is like the responsibility that you have to yourself and like the area around you, like the environment around you. So the energy that you put out is the energy that you're going to receive. And I've been talking to, sorry, so some dog hair here. I've been talking to a couple of my signs, just talking about just the energy that we've been going into certain things with, especially in love relationships. My Leos have been going into things, expecting things to end. Now it's time to really recognize the energy that we are putting into things, because that's the energy that we're receiving. So yeah, have the Temperance, and the Temperance talks about being patient because the Temperance knows what's coming next. Looks like for these last 10 years, the universe has really been giving you cards, have really been giving you clues towards, the direction that you should go in life. And with this 8 of Hearts, this really talks about following your instincts and trusting. I'm sorry, I got something on my tongue. Trusting the universe, because there's a lot of mysterious things that I don't think that you've really figured out why it happened. But this is just trusting the universe anyway. You're going to figure it out later on. What's going to help you is going after those things that you want to go after. So those ideas that you've been having about your career, about the love, go ahead and go after it. Go after it with just positivity in your heart and in your mind, because curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. So, and the cat has 9 lives, baby. So here we are with your wishes. 7 of Hearts. We got the 5 of Wands right here. This is my Devil card. So that's temptations. It could talk about addictions, but here this is talking about those things that have been tempting you, that you've been wanting, especially throughout this year. It's time for you to go. You have this full cup. It's you really know what you want to go after. You've been strategizing. This is what's helping you. You've been strategizing. You've been really observant, and you're ready to go after and hit the world. Here you go. Ace of Pentacles. So let's see. I see again, for some of you, it's you haven't learned your lesson necessarily, because you've been stressing out about a particular person, a particular friendship, or particular career group that you're in, with the 3 of Pentacles right here. So it's you are ignoring your intuition, okay? And again, what you're putting out there is what you're gonna receive, okay? So if you keep on delving in this energy that you don't want to, and I'm hearing for some of you, it is something that you can't necessarily get out of, okay? So let me read the rest of these real quick, because I do see a transformation coming for you, and I think this is talking towards my Libras, who necessarily, again, it's not an easy way out of the situation that you're in. But I'm seeing that it's all for a reason. You are being called and really going to be elevated into a leadership role in the spiritual world. So this is the King of Swords. So whatever you're going through right now is really going to build your confidence in a way. And again, it's there's something here, and it's something about like a selfishness about you, that's got you in this situation, or got you, again, if it's children, a mother, or something like that, you can't necessarily just like be like, oh, I'm gonna cut you off and like be done with it. It's something about it where you're supposed to figure something out about yourself. It's like a mirroring situation so that you will get these ideas and have this transformation. Because again, if you don't have this transformation, then when you do like gather your riches, when you finally get to the place that you want to be in life, you're not going to necessarily be happy, because there's something about you, something about your spirit. Again, there's something about it that that you're mirroring with these people around you. Okay, Spirit is asking you and telling you what's going to help you is to write down those things that you want to accomplish. Write down how you want like the world around you to be, and even in your writings, you may figure out that there may be some problematic things. Okay. So yeah, there's like some type of responsibility or overturn of responsibility that when you finally do just go ahead and write down like your desires, or write down how you want like your 2020 to go, like you're going to discover that. Okay. This is truly my card that talks about your responsibility to nature, or your responsibility to the environment around you. I'm hearing something about like what you're supposed to be giving. Okay. It looks like, again, energetically, you are in charge of, this is my Sun card, the Nine of Swords. Not Nine of Swords. That's that anxiety again. The Nine of Wands. It's like you're in charge of, like, I'm hearing, like, generational curses. Like, there's some type of leadership that you are being called to, like, step up to, okay? So this is why you're pretty much in a situation where you feel like you can't get out of. It's calling you to learn how to kind of withdraw in yourself and be introspective, because again, it's just a mirror of something, a quality that you have that you might not necessarily know that you have, but I see you learning the lesson, okay? And after you learn this lesson, you will be more, or in a more like communal society. And again, you're being called by Spirit to be like a spiritual leader in some type of way. So this may not show up for another 2 years or so, somewhat. But after the situation that you're in, you're being called to a more communal situation, okay? I'm hearing leading nations. So, hey, that's big, Libra. Like, you guys are very diplomatic. And here we are with this Eight of Swords. Like, this is your card with the Justice card. And you guys are very diplomatic. And I just see eventually you get into a place that you want. But there is something inside of you. What's going to help you is like discovering and just continuing on this path with 7. This talks about a lesson. Continuing on this path that you're going to discover something about you, something about... again, inside of you, and it is something generational that you, again, not necessarily know that you are doing. Maybe you've learned this, or maybe, again, DNA-wise, it's just a part of who you are, and, like, whatever you're going through right now is going to really reveal a lot of things about yourself, but you're going to be able to apply these lessons somewhere in a communal environment, like, in the future, so... whatever that is, y'all, comment below if you kind of have a clue. If not, we're going to see in a couple of years. How about that? What's going to hinder you? Again, with the Hierophant, you're being called, and this is me talking to the people who's not, again, you're not able to completely move on from a situation right now. Again, you may have had these ideas about where you want to be in life, but again, you have these responsibilities. But these responsibilities are because you're being called, maybe in your family, to be some diplomatic, I'm hearing diplomatic reasoning, okay? So we got the Two of Swords. This is my Hangman. That does talk about new perspectives, and then even with this 5 and 2, that is 7. So King of Cups, this is my coping card. This is like transforming all of this that you're getting, the stress and this anxiety, into professional success. So like maybe writing a book, like however you cope, If it's a good habit, you know, this is what you're being called to. What's going to hinder you if you use this energy in a negative way? Because this King of Wands could either go either way. It could talk about someone that manipulates the energy for bad or manipulates the energy for good. Okay. So yeah, you're being called to work towards something, guys. This is crazy. Yeah, this is said you're not being able to move on for a reason, guys. And this is going to cause success. And it's not going to be necessarily something that you guys talk about with other people really know about. But it's like with this card, it's like kind of up to you guys. So look, what's going to hinder you? Let's see. I'm hearing like, okay, so we got the 10 of Cups, we have the 9 of Cups here, and we have the Fool card, and but right after we have like this 3 of Swords, and then the 6 of Cups, and this is my Lovers, and the 3 of Swords talks about like emotional pain and everything. It's like taking these things personally is what's going to hinder you. Now that you know that you are actually being called to step up, like energetically in your family, and again, you're going through whatever you're going through as experience so that you can lead, like I'm hearing a new nation of people. Yeah, you're getting these cards, you're getting like these, excuse me, these results because somewhere in it, like you're supposed to be just leading, okay? So I've never done a reading where I was telling people that you're supposed to be right now off balance, because in that way you're going to be inspired. So 2 aces right here, you're going to be inspired towards whatever it is in the future. And again, I am getting like 2 decades. In 2 years, you're going to know what this is. 2 decades. Like you're really going to be leading a nation. You're going to be leading a community. You're going to be leading like your family, or maybe in a career. There's something big here that, again, you're kind of stuck in the situation. And again, you probably figured that you don't want to be in this situation, but there's a reason why you're in it. So, you know, just stick it out. Know that there is a bigger reading. That's a bigger reading. Now that I'm saying reading, you know, if you want to get deeper into this, like hit me up. We can do a reading about it so that you can have kind of like a heads up of what's going on. But there is a deeper reason why you have been chosen to take on this position, okay? So I'm going to pull some final messages before I get out of here. Thank you so much again for those who have subscribed. Go ahead and click that like button. Here we go. You got watch and wait. So my Libras that have figured it out, just watch and wait. You see how, again, where you're placing your energetic currency, because you do have a choice, how that grows. And for those of you who don't necessarily have a choice, again, watch and wait. We have 5 and 3. 5 is talking about a change. 3 is talking about confirmation. So if you even have an inkling of what this might be, 3 is confirming that. And 8